Hungry cat. Eating the black bull. the hay bales from 2024 are used up. Now I'm going to start on this end. I have to remember to close that gate there before I leave. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take that bale back to the house and feed them there. This is better hay than the 2024 hay because it's newer. Basically, it's the same grass, the same field. It's just newer. A year younger than the 2024 hay. This is the first cutting of the 2025 hay field, and I didn't get a second cutting, so this is all I got left. But it's more than enough to get me until April when the grass starts growing again. Yeah. Okay, let's go pick one up and head home. This is the gate I installed last spring. I think it was last spring. Yeah. I had a 12-foot gate in here, and I found an old one, 16-footer, at the farm. That's my gate though. I just wasn't using it. And I put 3 posts in there to beef up the support for the gate, so it wouldn't sag too much. Anyway, let's get the bale and close these gates and go home. Well, the days are warm. I see a little calf laying down, I think. Little cattle. Little red calf. Anyway, there's still some snow here because of the shade of the trees. I wore too many coats today. I'm just wearing a sport shirt now because it's nice and comfortable out here. I saw something the other day I want to take a look at. In the snow. I saw this here and I said, that can't be my tracks. They're too far apart. Must be a deer track. And then as they melted, the holes got bigger. Yeah, I'm just guessing that they're deer tracks. I know they're not mine. I'm just wasting time right now. Handy little thing. I don't think the snow's going to last much longer. Days are always above freezing. I still get a little chilly. I'll walk through here to see the dirty snow. Tired right. Haven't even done that. Could have been a cow track. Yeah, cattle. Here's my track. Yeah, that doesn't look nothing like that. That's either a cow or a deer. That could be a cow. It's too straight. There's a cow track, see? 1, 2, 3. They're all set. Cattle, that's a cattle track there. And that's my track over there. And this is some other track. I'm just wasting gasoline. Pick up that bale on the side there. And close this gate, and I go back and close the other gate. cut that tree down. It's going to be a job. I got to take all these gates off. Maybe some of that fence. 'Cause I'm not exactly sure where I can fell it. Sparks are already coming off. I think a lightning hit it. Anyway, might get to that this year. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, let's go home with the bale and feed the cattle there. Sloppy down here. Ground's on. All the water runs down this way anyway. That's why it's wet. The road's pretty dry though, because I already had the snow bladed off of it. Before I opened that gate, I had it set up to push the tractor because all these cattle, they were standing right there. I didn't want to leave it open, so they might get out. Just as I was getting ready to take this video, the gate closed, the cattle behind it. Down to the section. A UPS truck came by, and they all ran away. They all ran up there. They're not trying all just into the gate. And you know, my turn to cut the net track off. There's less rotten on this there because it's a newer bale. It's a year younger than the bales I've been feeding. It's all rotten on the bottom. This was held together pretty good. I think it's better hay too. Well, let's get going. Get this job done. Actually, I didn't even hear the UPS truck because I had my back. It just zoomed by. Good thing I had the tractor pulled off the side of the road. Okay, girls. Boy, stop this there. Guess I better get moving before she comes down to the gate. They're still up there. And that could change real quick. Sun's pretty bright today. I better get moving. that rope around one of these posts there just to hold it in place so it can't pull it out. Unless I want to try to pull it out now. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I gotta pull it forward. Let's see if I can pull it. I need the rope up to here at least, so I can pull that as far as I can. Alright, moving it today. Looks like the boards are frozen in the ice, especially on that side. So I gotta wait till this thing thaws some more. It will be a while. Let's go park the tractor and be done with these two. Fun this time, man. I think you lined up. Not today. Good bull over there. Good bull. There's no buzzards around it, but I guess they'll come in later. They're hungry now. Okay. Take the tractor back and park it. Look at this. Yes, he eats the old man. That's the last time I gave him over there. That's the old man. There's water running in the stream now. Other than right pipe, or left pipe is no water. Looking at water in the pond now. Oh, there. That'll be good for another week. Maybe more. Well, I'm done with the feeding of the hay for today. That block ice in that tub is melting slowly. Let's see if it... Yeah. It's floating in there. Get my jackets off. My jacket's off the tractor. Let's go check the hay bale that I just fed. Oh, about 11:50 a.m., almost noon. And I'm done feeding hay. Sun's bright today. Feels good. Feels like spring already. Almost forgot. Close the gate again. Yeah, I just happened to glance over here and I saw that the gate was open. I'll get that later. Yeah, I'll have to wait till all the ice thaws before I can pull that mattress out of there. Yeah, they're happy to have a new bale. There's still a little hay over there on that old one. And all through here, I guess. Yeah, that was my cat down there. She was way down there. She's hunting something. Okay, I gotta go in. My extra power pack is good, but for some reason, when I plug in the power pack to my phone, it doesn't get a steady connection. It goes off and on, off and on, off and on. When it's on, it charges, but I guess there's a bad. I have to clean that port where it plugs in. Yeah. When I had the new battery put in, I told him to check that. I asked him to check that plug-in port for charging, or for charging, downloading, everything. And he said it was okay. But I think it's loose or something because it doesn't hold a connection. Yeah, not always. When it does, it works. And when it don't charge. Even when I'm downloading videos, if I bump the cord on that one, it's a different cord I use from the computer. If I just slightly move it or bump it, it'll like disconnect. Not physically, but I just don't have a connection anymore. And that's frustrating when I'm trying to download videos. Anyway, if it gets worse, I'll take it back to that place. I put a new battery in my phone and have them check it out. If they have to order a new piece for that connection, for that port down there, I'll have them order it first before I take it in. Before I forget, I better go close that gate. There's the bale I fed today. I gotta go in. I'm tired already. It's just about noon anyway. Blue skies today. Not as many jet trails either. Here's my favorite stone. I brought it from the farm. It's the only big stone I ever found on the farm. We used to play on it when we were kids. It seemed a lot bigger when I was a kid. Anyway, my brother helped me move it over here with his tractor and loader. Yeah, and someday I'm going to take it back. I got to find a good place to put it. Probably where the old house used to be. There's a good place there. Or it wasn't too far. It wasn't too far from my parents' my grandparents' house. Yeah, yeah, just beyond the pond that used to be there. Yeah, I remember where it was. Anyway, I don't know what kind of stone it is. I've always wanted to have it analyzed. I think it's granite. Yeah, I think it's granite. Came down during the Ice Age from Canada. Yes, because when we used to drive through Indiana and Ohio, I think it was Ohio. One of those, yeah, I think it was Ohio. Used to see a whole big piles of these big stones out in the middle of a field. Yeah, when the fields are flat, that's where the ice sheet came down during the Ice Age, and when the ice melted, it left these big stones. Bigger than this. This is small compared to those. We're talking stones as big as a house. Big granite blocks, and they just, when they melted, they just got left in the middle of a flat field. Anyway, it's just my memory. Yeah, I'll take it back to the farm someday, but for now, I like it here. It reminds me of my youth. Well, it's 45 degrees at noon. It did warm up a little today, and whatever snow is remaining will continue to melt as long as it's above freezing. Enjoy your bale, cattle. Oh, it's nice and green inside. Like I said, that's from last year. So it should be pretty good. Yeah, some kind of a green cover on the garden. I didn't plant nothing last year except lemongrass right there, and I'll see what I can do this year. I think I'm gonna have more than that. Just not there. I need to clean up the dead asparagus for another year, because it might start coming up pretty soon. Yeah, and then I'm gonna haul a small trailer load of manure out of the barn, and I'll just leave it piled mostly back there and some up here on the outside. Then I can haul it in with buckets. There's still time for that. I gotta wait for everything to thaw out and dry up. Yeah. At least there's not much snow left. Getting tired. I think I need a nap. 48 degrees at 2 p.m. Probably about as warm as it's going to get today, but it might still warm up a little bit more. Might get to 50. I'll keep an eye on it. Cat right next to the tree over there. Yeah, he was up here. He didn't run away as fast as he used to, so he's getting kind of used to me. But he's still leaving. I'm not chasing him away, he just leaves on his own. He was eating on this when I came out. Because my cat's out hunting somewhere. Few birds up in that tree, I guess they were down there eating on that corn in that tub. Those are blackbirds. They're going to start pairing up pretty soon. I can hear their songs. They're going to pair up for the spring mating season. I see a buzzard out there. Way out there in that tree. Well, it's 4 p.m. There's a couple of vultures there. I don't know if there's any on there. I'm not walking over there today. Yeah, if they eat it, they eat it. Yeah. But the vultures are flying around, so I think there might be some over there. But I come out to see what the cattle are doing. There's a bird. I think that's an owl or a hawk. No, I think that's a buzzard. That's a buzzard. Yeah, he landed in that tree. So it was two in that tree over there, I think. That tree. And now there's one over that way. Yeah. They're free. They'll clean them up. Sun is bright. There I am. She's still off on the side there. Yeah, the trees are casting a long shadow. This is cedars. I planted those cedars just that's before I built my house. After we bought this property, it was all idle, plenty of weeds. This here was all full of trees down in through here, but up here, this area here where the house is and where the shed is, that was all farmed, but then it was idle for a lot of years. So a lot of small cedar trees were growing. So when I was bush hogging it to clean it up for building the house, I went around the small cedars, and then there's that buzzard again. And then I planted them in this ridge here, this line here, from the road. Actually, I had two. I don't know why I did that, but I can't remember why. But I said I put 3 trees back farther. I think I was going to use it for a parking space or something. I forgot why. But then I put another line through here for a windbreak from the north wind. And they got big. You can see their shadow. And there's my shadow. Yeah, it's been a nice day today. Oh, look. Looks like that mattress is sinking. So that means the snow must be melting underneath it, or the ice is melting underneath it. But once it's going to get waterlogged. But I got a rope tied to it so I'll be able to pull it out when the ice is melted. At least that's the plan anyway. I tried to pull it out today, at least with my hand, but I couldn't break it free from the ice. There's 2 beams that go underneath it, because I had the black bull fell in there when the ice was just right after that snow, because there was some ice on the pond before it snowed, but the ice wasn't very thick. And then after it snowed, the black bull walked onto the pond, and he fell through, and I didn't know it. Either happened at night or something. So I found him the next day though. Just a piece of him was floating. He must have got in and he couldn't get out. Ice was thick enough where he couldn't get out of the hole. So I just let the ice freeze around him for about 10 days, and then I decided to cut the ice out around him, and I pulled him out. But then after I pulled him out, there was a big hole there, and the white bull, he kept wanting to go out to the ice was thick by then. It was like at least 4 inches thick or more. And then he wanted to go there and look at the hole, and I thought he was going to fall in. So I got that old mattress, and I covered that hole up where he was, where I pulled the black bull out of. And now the black bull is laying over there around that corner by that big tree, and the buzzards can have him. Yeah, it won't be long that'll be melted, and then I can pull it out. I use a tractor to pull it out, drag it somewhere. Okay, that's all I got for shadows today. And they're all down here eating on the new bale I gave them today, except her. She'll have to wait till they're done filling their bellies, and then she can go in there and eat. I gave her another piece of meat. But plenty, I might as well give her some. Hey, what'd you do that for? I ain't gonna clean it up. You can clean your own mess up. Yeah, go ahead, eat the meat. If you don't clean it up, the raccoons will tonight. Well, it's 5:15, and I missed the sunset because of a cloud. And I saw this black cat again. I was down over there the other day. And that must be my cat. She must be in heat. I'm not sure where that black cat's from. It's either from the neighbor to the south, or it's from that over there, or there's another neighbor over that way in a new house back by the bridge. So that cat could because I've never seen that one except the other day once. Anyway, sun's going down behind that cloud, so I missed it. Okay, that's about it for today then. Another day done. I guess they're gonna play their games. Wait, no, that's not. Here's my cat. This is my cat here. If this is my cat, then those two cats aren't mine. But they didn't run away. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're just hanging out here, I guess. Maybe they're fighting for the right to date my cat. What do you think about that, huh? What do you think about that? Are those your boyfriends out there? Probably. But you're not interested right now, are you? I'll let you deal with them. There they go. Maybe one of them's a female. Maybe the other one's a female. Then I like that black one. I like both of them. Okay. Let them do their thing. I guess they're not here for you, are they? Uh-huh. They got their own business to take care of. Yeah. There's some strange looking clouds above me. Clouds are moving east. Slowly. I'm gonna go see if I can find those cats. I'm gonna see where they went. Sun might come down, might peek out right below those clouds there. I do see something. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. Right there. Right about there. I see something. Yeah, it's real bright. Right there, I can see it. A little point of light through the trees. That's the sun coming. It went down below that cloud. How about that? I did see the sunset. Yeah, I can still see it right there. That's the sun going down through the trees. Okay, that's all. I'm gonna go see if I can find the other cats. Yeah, I know where you are. I don't have to look for you very much. You follow me everywhere I go. Right? Meow. Cats went through here somewhere. I don't know where they went though. I found them. She saw them too. I think she saw them. Yeah. That must be, the black one must be the male. He's patiently waiting for her. Be careful out here, girl. Don't let them fight with you. What's going on down here? Huh? Staying with me, and there's them too. I'll leave them alone. I'll leave the lovebirds alone. You leave them alone too. Don't get involved. You're outnumbered. She's concerned. Just mind your own business, girl. Stay safe. You'll get your chance. You might even be pregnant already. Yeah, I think she was in heat. This cat here. She was in heat here a while back, and I figured if she was bred, she'd have kittens at the end of March. There they go. There they go. Walking down the hill. Okay, I gotta go too. Okay, that's all for today. Yeah. She's starting to push her weight around. That's good. That's it. Tired up. Okay. Let's end it right here for today. One last look at the sun. I can see it now. Yeah, I'm standing on top of the little trailer. I fell off of this thing, I guess sometime last spring. I was climbing up here and I didn't get a good footing. Anyway, the sun's going down right now. The sun was right there. So it's going down. Can't get enough of it, can I? It's down. It's gone now. Yeah, I'm going back in the house where I'm warm and dry. forgot to check the mail. There's no mail anyway.